Hello, welcome to Dundro's podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Today we're doing another anime review. We're reviewing Black Cat, which is a 24 episode action adventure series originally published in manga format from 2000 to 2004. The anime came out in 2005. The original manga was by Kentaro Yabuki, who I used to read this manga back in high school. For like an art project, I drew like a thing of I drew a picture of Train Hartnett, and I'm like, man, thinking back about that, like that was so cringe of me. So yeah, this anime is what this the anime was made by Studio Gonzo and directed by Shin Itagaki, right? The anime had 24 episodes and was dubbed by Funimation, which I watched this anime with the Funimation Save Edition of the show, which, you know, Save Edition is one of those things where quality wise they're hit or miss. And this is one of the fucking misses. I swore in the first 2 minutes I wasn't supposed to do that, but I don't care. Yeah, this anime sucks. It's basically I'm not even going. It's not worth going into the story. The anime is basically Hunter x Hunter mixed with Cowboy Bebop, but if a kid didn't, it was made by a kid and they didn't understand the complexities of both series, right? Which I remember the manga being way better than the anime, but you know I never finished the manga, so I have no idea, right? I have no, and I thought maybe one of the reasons why this show sucked so much that it was probably one of those animes where they were made while the manga was still ongoing, so it was probably mostly filler, and that's why the anime sucks, because it has like a fucking ending that like comes out of the last arc of this show comes out of fucking nowhere. It comes out of left field, right? And it definitely comes off like a filler ending, only for me to find out that, oh yeah, the manga was already finished by the time the anime got started, right? So it's like, what the fuck? Oh my god. But yeah, the premise of the show is basically you have the main character Black Cat, who is an assassin gunman for an organization named Kronos, which kind of controls the world from the background. They have elite enforcers called the Kronos Numbers, right? And which they have Roman numeral number tattoos that is their code name, right? And Black Cat is number 13, right? And after meeting a sweeper, which sweepers are like bounty hunters, named Saya, he decides that he doesn't want to, be like a sweeper anymore, especially after a mission where he's told to go and kill this girl who's like a living bioweapon called Eve, who can transform her body, any part of her body, into anything she wants. Blades, wings, whatever, right? Right. That's where he also meets another of our main characters called Sven. Who is a sweeper who used to be basically for the FBI. They're this world's version of the FBI, but after his partner dies and he inherits his vision eye, which they even rip off Naruto in this anime. Which it's like, holy fuck, how Kakashi got the Sharingan is very similar to how this character got his fucking eye, the vision eye, which they never really go into, like, they never really, the vision eye is not very useful, actually. it's like he can, it lets him like see into the future a little bit, at like seeing the future, right, the near future, but it drains his stamina, so he never uses it, right? So it's practically, except for like 1 or 2 episodes from in the beginning of the series, they hardly fucking use the thing. So yeah, what ends up happening is Black Cat tries to leave the organization only for his best friend. We're not sure. Creed Diskenth, to go after Black Cat and kill his girlfriend, right? And his thing is that Black Cat has a really cool revolver that's made out of like a special alloy, but Creed Diskenth's weapon of choice is like a Chinese like sword. So it's like, besides from the fact that they replaced the Chinese sword with it's a Chinese sword instead of a Japanese sword. They're pretty much, they have like a fucking Spike versus oh fuck, what was the guy from the bad guy from fuck, I can't remember his name. But he had a cool name too. The bad guy from Cowboy Bebop, I forget his name. But yeah, it's like they're very similar things going on, right, in this anime. But yeah, the show starts off very crappy and slow, but it does start to pick up when Creed Diskenth leaves the Kronos organizations and start his own organization called the Apostles of the Stars, which are Taoists, which is basically this world's version of Nen users. And you have this war between the Creed assassins, the Chrono Numbers assassins versus the Apostles of the Stars, which are all like Nen users basically. You have a kid who has like a board that he can control wind, so he can like fly around, right? You have a sumo wrestler who can control gravity. You have a guy in the top hat who can manipulate his blood to do special attacks. Creed has an invisible chi sword, right? There's a girl who has a teenage Japanese girl who has a crush on Black Cat, who can like breathe fire. And you have this former actress who can create portals, right? So, there's probably other Tao users I'm forgetting. Like, there's one. Oh, there was the one guy, the cyborg cowboy guy who has like exploding Tao bullets, right? Yeah. So, like, most of the show is like Kronos dealing with Creed's group, while Black Cat, Sven, and Eve, the bioweapon girl, go on wacky sweeper adventures, right? And there are, near the end of the show, they do team up with other sweepers to go on a special mission. But like, it's a thing where the show, the writing is not too bad, and there is some strategy to the fights. But the problem with the show, right, is the major problem with the show is the fucking animation. The animation is so fucking bad at times that they'll show stills of shit that's going on during fights and skip it. And the climax of the show is like super fucking weak, man. Super fucking weak. This is one of the worst fucking shows, Gonzo shows I've ever seen. Not Gonzo. Is it Gonzo? Yeah, Gonzo. Right? And Gonzo has put out a lot of good fucking shows, like Sugary Death Frenzy, Samurai 7, Last Exile, right? The original Hellsing, which is still good, right? Is it good as Hellsing Ultimate? No, but it's still good, right? Gonzo has put out a lot of shows, but this show was fucking awful. I wonder if one of the reasons why this show sucks is because this is when during the late 90s to 2000s, you have this transition from traditional hand-drawn animation to where they start using fucking computers, right? That's why the second season of Project Arms sucks, because they had to change the style of the animation. And I'm not even talking CGI. It's like it's just like they were using digital paint and shit, and the show just looked awful, right? But it's like, holy fuck, man, this show is like super bad and is not worth watching. And if it wasn't for the bad animation, this show would be mid. It would be a 5 out of 10, but because of the bad fucking animation, that makes the show even unwatchable and boring, right? I'm giving it a 4 out of 10. A 3 out of 10, actually. Maybe one day I'll check out the manga and see if the manga is as good as I remember it being. Alright, guys, that's it for this review piece. My next anime review is going to be Utawarerumono because there's a new game coming out, and I want to watch the anime before if I decide if I'm going to watch the show or not. Peace.